And today we're gonna be talking about the most annoying things about Hispanic parties. Staying super late at every single party. Your dad's either gonna get super drunk, your mom's gonna be caught up in the chisme with all the tias and stuff. You're not leaving, you're not going anywhere. We have the annoying little kids everywhere. Anything like this kid right here, you already know they're gonna cause some trouble. It will always be a chihuahua or one of those little crusty white dogs that have them little boogers on their eyes. Hispanic families, man. Yo, ¿cómo andan todos? It's your boy Jose here, also known as J.Y. Delgado here, back with another banger video for y'all, man. And today we're gonna be talking about the most annoying things about Hispanic parties, man. But look, y'all, before we get into the actual video, you know we have to give the very big and special shout out to the day. And the first shout out of the day goes out to the homie Victor Lopez. Shout out to you, my boy. Thank you so much for watching the videos. The second shout out of the day goes out to the homie Damian T. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you a lot. Thank you. And the third and final shout out of the day goes out to the homie Edwin Garcia. I really appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for watching the videos. It really does mean a lot to me. And look, if you guys want to have a chance to get a shout out yourselves, remember, all you have to do is like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment down below absolutely anything you want. I mean anything to get a shout out in my next video. But now let's get into the actual video, y'all. Let's go. As you guys may already know, us Hispanics be throwing some of the biggest parties, and we do it almost every single weekend. And especially considering the holidays are coming up, we're gonna be throwing some of the biggest parties of the whole year. I'm talking the Christmas party and the New Year's party. Those are some of the biggest parties us Hispanics throw in the whole year. But there is an upside and a downside to everything. But today we're gonna be talking about the downside. We're gonna be talking about the most annoying things about Hispanic parties, man. Let's get straight into it. Look, starting with downside number one, we got staying super late at every single party, man. I'm talking, we'll leave for a party around 5 p.m. and we won't leave that party until 6 p.m. the next day, or the day after that, or the day after that, or the day after that. Like, don't get me wrong, it'll be fun, it'll be all good vibes at first, you know, for the first couple hours. But after some time, for being there for a while, you just want to go home, you want to go to your bed, you want to go to sleep, you just want to rest up. But the thing is, if you go with your Hispanic parents, you're not leaving just a couple hours later. You're gonna be there until the next day. Your dad's either gonna get super drunk, your mom's gonna be caught up in the chisme with all the tias and stuff. You're not leaving, you're not going anywhere. So you might as well just post up some chairs in the middle of the party, lay down, fall asleep, and wake up the next morning and just wait for your parents to say, oh, let's go, ya vámonos, ya vámonos. And another thing is, don't even bother asking your parents to leave, because they're always just gonna say no. They're never gonna agree with you. If you go up to your mom and your dad, you're like, mamá, ya me quiero ir, ya estoy cansado, me quiero dormir, quiero ir a mi cama. They're always gonna say no. They're gonna be like, ahí duérmete, ahí duérmete, ahí duérmete, ahí duérmete, no nos vamos, no. And you'll just have to deal with it, you know, like most of the time you post up on some chairs like this. Downside number two, y'all, we have all our tios and tias judging us and asking us so many questions. Look, don't get me wrong, it's always a good thing seeing family, saying what's up, saying hi, catching up. But once it gets to that point where they're just asking us a bunch of personal questions, just being really nosy, it just gets annoying. Like, why are you asking so many questions for? Like, what do you want to know so much about my life for? Like, what did I do to you? And one of the most common questions that every single tio/tia asks every single kid whenever we go to a party, they will always be like, ¿y el novio? ¿Y la novia? ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está? Like, tío, tía, no tengo. No tengo. ¿Por qué me preguntas? No tengo. No tengo. Then they'll just start asking us a bunch of random questions. They'll be like, ¿cómo te va en la escuela? ¿Has subido de peso? ¿Te miras más gordo? Like, hold on, pause. Like, why you making fun of me for? Why are you judging me? Like, what I do to you? And you know, sometimes you just want to come back with the answer like, ¿y los papeles? ¿Y los papeles? ¿Y tu esposo? ¿Y tu esposa? ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está? Exactly. You don't see me asking those questions, but you're over here pressing me. Like, damn. And then they be comparing you to their sons, to their kids. But little do they know that their kids be some of the worst influences. I'm probably the most innocent one in the family, because I be having cousins out there that be smoking, drinking, doing some crazy stuff. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But you don't see me exposing your kids. It's just that Hispanic tios/tias, they think they're trying to be nice, but in reality, they're low-key dissing you. They're low-key sneak dissing you when they ask you a bunch of questions and they start judging you and they start asking you a bunch of stuff about school, about your life, your love life, all this stuff. They just get too personal. Like, you don't need to know all that. You don't need to know all that. Just back up. Downside number three, y'all, we have the annoying little kids everywhere. I'm talking those little silver teeth cousins, those little menaces that be running around the whole family party just causing a bunch of havoc. There'll be the little group of kids, like 4 or 5 kids, sometimes even more, running around the whole party just causing a mess, making a mess, causing havoc, messing with everybody. You know they're menaces if they have more than 2 silver teeth. If they look anything like this kid right here, you already know they're gonna cause some trouble. There'll be those little kids that be running around the whole party playing hide and seek, tag, or whatever those kids be playing nowadays. But then sometimes there'll be those kids kids inside of the bounce house that be jumping around. There'll be that one little kid that turns it off and gets all the little kids scared inside of the bounce house. Hey, not gonna lie, that was me at one point. I used to be that kid that turned off the bounce house just to mess with everybody else. But look, that's not me no more. I'm a changed man. I'm a changed man. But then there'll also be those random babies. You cannot forget the random babies at every single Hispanic party. There'll be that one random baby, especially the parties at your house. There will always be that one random baby. Whenever you walk into your room, there will always be that one random baby that is asleep on your bed. You open the door and you're like, whose baby is this? Whose kid is that? And why are they in my room? Why are they sleeping there like they own the place? Like, whose kid is that? But we also can't forget there will always be that one dog at every single Hispanic party that looks something like this. It will always be a Chihuahua or one of those little crusty white dogs that have them little boogers on their eyes. But I sometimes feel bad for the little dog because those little kids, the little silver teeth kids be messing with that dog. Like, it starts crying like, leave the dog alone, bro. Leave the dog alone. At downside number 4, y'all, we have that one relative we do not remember, but they always claim to know us. Like, you'll pull up to the family party, right? You will see all your tios, your tias, your cousins, everybody, familiar faces, stuff like that. But there will also always be that 1 or 2 faces that you do not recognize and you've never seen in your life before. But they come up to you and they'll be like, ¿No te recuerdas de mí? ¿No te recuerdas? Acting all surprised, acting like if we know them. Then they'll start talking about, I used to hold you as a baby. I used to change your diapers. I used to carry you. Me and your mom used to be like best friends, talking about stuff like that. And they started talking about little stories that when you used to poop yourself and stuff like that. I'm like, hold on a second. I have no idea who you are. But then they start bringing out old stories that you do not remember because you were like, what, 3 months old? But they swear, they act like we know them. They act like we know them. But the reason this is so bad, the reason this is so annoying is because they continue talking to you even though you do not know them and you don't remember anything because you were a little baby, and it just makes the situation super awkward and you don't know what to say, so you just stand there looking like, sí, me recuerdo, sí, oh. Like, bruh, I don't remember none of that. I don't remember anything. I just act just so I won't be mean. In reality, I want to be like, I do not know you. Please stop talking to me and just leave me alone because I do not want to speak to you, and this is just very awkward. This is a very concerning situation and I do not want to be here. For downside number 5, y'all, we have the really loud music. I'm talking the music be so loud that the neighbors will file a complaint, the police will pull up, and they'll start partying too. Like, they don't care. Us Hispanic people are just very friendly and very inviting people. So whenever the police get called on us, most of the time the party doesn't get shut down. We either give the police officers some food or invite them over and just to have a good time, and they leave and the neighbors just get mad. Back to the point, the music just be so loud. You guys already know Hispanic dads love their speakers. They be buying some of the biggest speakers from the pool guy. I'm talking about those speakers that look like this, the ones that have the flashing lights super big. Like, they're just big old flashy speakers. Hispanic dads just love speakers. They love their music. And so whenever you go to a Hispanic party, even when you're just parking, you'll hear the music from the outside of the building. You pull up and you'll be like, yep, that's my party. That's my family. You just hear La Cumbia de la Cobra. You hear drunk deals in the backyard doing some gritos like, you already know, bro. It's just crazy. Hispanic people are just very loud when it comes to parties. But I'm not dissing them because I'm a Hispanic myself. Like, come on, look at my wallet. But it's just, the thing is, at a certain point, it just gets very annoying because you'll be listening to the music for so long. Sometimes you can't even hear what people are saying. You'll try talking to your cousins. You have to talk into their ears like this, like, hey, hey. And they still won't hear you because the music is just so loud. But the thing is, us Hispanics are just getting so used to loud noises that we can fall asleep even with loud ass music. Like, as little kids going to quinceañeras, we would fall asleep on some chairs while music is blasting in our ears, and that'll be some of the best sleep we've ever had in our lives, not gonna lie to you. But to a point, it really does get very annoying because the music is just very loud and you just want to have some peace and quiet. But you're not gonna have that if you're going to a Hispanic party. Lastly, at downside number 6, this has to be the worst one by far, the most annoying thing. I don't even want to say this, but it is the leftovers. The amount of leftovers we have after Hispanic parties is crazy. You already know, if your family makes tamales or any type of food, you're gonna be eating that food for the next month. Like, don't get me wrong, the food is good when you initially have it. Like, when your family makes tamales, pozole, menudo, or whatever they make, when you having it fresh, you're eating it fresh, you're like, damn, this is some of the best food I ever had in my life. But after that party, the next day, you're like, okay, it's all right, I'll have it again, whatever. But once it starts going day after day after day, eating the same thing, you're just like, man, tamales again, tamales again. And another bad thing is that you cannot complain about it, because if you have a lot of leftovers, your mom's gonna force you to eat it because she's gonna be like, this is not a restaurant. This is not a restaurant. Vas a comer lo que hay. So you just have to bear with that food for the next month. As much as you don't want to eat it, you're gonna have to eat it if you're hungry. And the most typical food that us Hispanics have leftovers of is always tamales. I feel like almost every single Hispanic family always makes tamales for Christmas or for New Year's, and there will always be so many leftovers. I'm talking so many leftovers. And another bad part about this is that yes, the food is good, but even if you're not hungry at the party, if your tia made the food, you cannot say no to the food at all, because if you say no, que no tengo hambre, you don't want to eat, they're gonna take that as a sign of disrespect. They're gonna be like, no te gusta mi comida o qué? No tienes hambre? No te gusta mi comida? And then you just have to eat the food, and they would have forced a plate into your face. And especially if it's your abuela's food, you cannot say no. There's no saying no. She's just gonna be like, no, come, estás muy flaco, come. Even though I'd be like 300 pounds, even though I'm a big boy, she's gonna be like, estás flaco, come. Hispanic families, man.